Have you ever stopped to think about the power of your thoughts? The way you see yourself and what you believe about yourself not only shapes your reality, but also influences everything around you. It's almost as if each thought were a planted seed, and the life around you were the soil that will inevitably reflect what you sow. The paradox lies here. Contrary to what many believe, it's not the external world that determines your life, but rather your way of facing this world. The good news? You have complete control over this. It may even seem simple, but the key to a more abundant and prosperous life begins the moment you decide to change the way you see things. And this isn't an empty theory. It's a universal principle that can transform any aspect of your life. Imagine if, from now on, you could start the day with vibrant energy, attract the right opportunities, and connect with everything you truly desire. Does it seem distant? It doesn't have to be. With some changes in how you think, act, and relate to the world, you can unlock a flow of abundance you never imagined possible. Now, imagine that by doing this, you begin to feel a lightness, as if everything started to align, as if the universe were conspiring in your favor. This isn't an abstract idea. This is reality for those who understand and apply the power of the mind and consistent action. And here's the best part. You can start putting this into practice right now, without needing great effort. True transformation is closer than you imagine. The human mind is, without doubt, one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal. And the best of all, we can train it. When you cultivate a positive mindset, the world around you begins to align with this energy. It's as if your vibration started attracting everything you desire, from small opportunities to great achievements. Starting the day with powerful affirmations is a simple but extremely effective way to elevate this vibration. Imagine yourself saying every day, "I am capable of achieving what I desire," or "The universe offers me infinite possibilities." These thoughts aren't just empty words. They have a direct impact on your reality. And this goes beyond what we can see. Positive thoughts not only shape the way the world treats us, but also profoundly affect our inner well-being. By focusing on solutions instead of problems, you begin to notice new opportunities that would have gone unnoticed before. A good example of this can be observed in how a person starts noticing more job offers, professional contacts, or even creative ideas when they dedicate themselves to thinking optimistically. And it's not coincidence. It's positive vibration generating alignment with the universe. For many people, change begins with a simple exercise. Think about this. Why not start the day affirming your intentions? It can be something simple, like, "Today, I will attract good energies," or "I am capable of overcoming any challenge that appears in my path." These affirmations don't need to be complex, but their daily repetition creates a mental habit that begins to reflect in everything you do. This creates a sense of confidence and purpose that can transform your life from the inside out. However, cultivating this type of positive mentality requires constant practice. It's not about denying difficulties or negative moments, but about how you choose to react to them. Instead of being consumed by fear or doubt, you begin to look at these obstacles as growth opportunities. And it's at this moment that the true power of positive thoughts reveals itself. By transforming the way you see the world, you begin to shape a future full of possibilities. This is just the beginning, but it's the first step to unlock what the universe has best to offer. When it comes to elevating our vibration, few practices are as powerful as gratitude. Sometimes, it's easy to focus on what we lack, on what we haven't yet achieved. But what if, instead of that, we decided to look at everything we already have? The daily practice of gratitude can completely transform our energy. By expressing gratitude for small things, like a delicious meal, a friend's smile, or even the simple fact of being alive, our vibration begins to align with the universe's abundance. And what's most fascinating is that the more grateful we are, the more reasons arise to be grateful. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a vibrational tool. It changes the frequency with which we connect with the world around us. Try this. Upon waking in the morning, write 3 things you're grateful for. It can be something big, like an achievement, or something small, like the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. By focusing on these moments, you'll be, without realizing it, amplifying your connection with abundance, allowing the universe to know you're open to receiving more. Simple, right? and the impact this can have is impressive. Furthermore, gratitude has the power to shift focus from scarcity to abundance. When we're grateful for what we already have, the feeling of lack goes away. This doesn't mean you'll stop seeking more in your life, but instead of desiring from the point of view of someone who doesn't have, you begin to act and live like someone who already possesses everything they need to be happy and successful. And it's this positive energy that naturally attracts more opportunities and abundance. Practicing gratitude also has a profound effect on our mental and emotional health. Research shows that people who maintain a regular gratitude practice tend to have lower stress levels and a more optimistic view of life. So, next time you catch yourself focusing on something negative, remember, if you shift focus to what is already worked out, the universe will begin to give you even more reasons to be grateful. But, of course, this practice goes beyond gratitude for good moments. When you connect with the feeling of gratitude, even in difficult times, this creates an energetic opening for what's to come. It's almost as if you were telling the universe, I am ready for everything, and I am grateful for this journey. In a world full of distractions and rush, finding moments of inner peace can be a true challenge. But here's the great truth. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to re-establish this balance. When you dedicate time from your day to silence the mind, you begin to connect with something greater than everyday thoughts. Meditation isn't just a relaxation practice. It's a way to elevate your vibrational frequency. By meditating, you create an internal space where it's possible to hear the voice of your true self, the one that's in tune with universal abundance. When meditating, you don't need to worry about perfection. It's not necessary to spend hours in silence or achieve a state of immediate transcendence. The simple act of stopping and focusing on breathing already makes all the difference. This practice helps restore mental clarity, allowing you to make decisions more aligned with your life purpose. And what's even more interesting, by establishing a meditation routine, you begin to notice that your energy adjusts. Issues that previously seemed like great challenges become small lessons, and suddenly, you begin to perceive a natural flow of opportunities. Meditation doesn't need to be an isolated activity. It can integrate into your daily routine simply. For example, you can start with just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning or evening, creating a pause to breathe deeply and reconnect with your interior. Imagine the impact of this on your day. When you practice meditation regularly, you begin to feel more centered, less reactive to challenges, and more open to receiving what the universe has to offer. Meditation becomes, then, a way to reset your energy, like a spiritual alignment that prepares your mind and heart for the next opportunities. When meditating, something magical also happens. You begin to feel the connection with the flow of abundance in a more palpable way. That sensation that everything is falling into place, even when things don't seem perfect. This occurs because, when meditating, you get in tune with your true essence, the one that isn't limited by external circumstances. And as this connection strengthens, life begins to flow more smoothly, bringing with it a higher energy more aligned with your deepest desires. When you're aligned with your life purpose, the energy that emanates from you is unmistakable. Imagine being in tune with what you were destined to do, whether at work, in relationships, or in your own passions. This alignment not only brings clarity and direction, but also creates an invisible force that attracts everything you need to achieve your goals. When the energy of your being is in harmony with what you do, the universe responds with more opportunities and resources. True magic happens when you begin to live according to your purpose, and this is something everyone can achieve. But how do you know if you're aligned with your purpose? The first step is reflecting on what truly motivates you. Ask yourself, what makes my heart beat faster? When you begin to focus on activities that bring genuine joy, you notice the path begins to illuminate. A good example of this is the case of many people who, by doing what they love, find success unexpectedly. The energy you emanate when doing something that resonates with your true self is completely different from when you're simply fulfilling an obligation. The key to this alignment is defining clear intentions and acting consistently to achieve them. What do you need to do to get closer to what you desire? Often, this requires a certain level of courage, as changing life's direction can seem challenging. However, when you begin to take small daily actions that are in consonance with your purpose, you begin to feel a powerful force, as if the universe were conspiring in your favor. The secret is consistency. Each small action will bring you closer and closer to a life aligned with who you really are. And remember, aligning with your life purpose isn't a one-time task. It's a continuous process of self-knowledge and evolution. As you grow and develop, you may discover new layers of your purpose that were previously hidden. The important thing is to keep moving forward, staying open to changes, and adjusting your actions as the path unfolds. By doing this, life begins to transform in unexpected and wonderful ways, because you're not only attracting abundance, but creating a deep connection with everything that's truly meaningful to you. When it comes to your body, it is undoubtedly the vehicle that allows us to live and experience the world. Often, we focus so much on our mind and emotions that we forget the fundamental role the body plays in our energy and vitality. To achieve an elevated vibration and attract the abundance we desire, it's essential to take good care of this vehicle. When you eat healthily, exercise regularly, and prioritize sleep, you not only maintain the body in good condition, but also create a solid foundation for your energy to flow freely. After all, a healthy body is a body that can make the most of the positive energy the universe has to offer. Have you ever stopped to think about how your body responds when you eat well? The foods we consume directly affect our energy, disposition, and even mood. A nutrition-rich diet not only improves physical health, but also helps maintain a clear and focused mind. When we nourish ourselves correctly, our body becomes more efficient at absorbing and channeling the energies around us. So, instead of investing in miracle diets, how about starting to incorporate fresh and natural foods into your routine? This may seem simple, but the impact is profound. Besides nutrition, physical exercise is another way to care for our energy. Physical activity not only keeps the body in shape, but also helps release endorphins, which are responsible for the feeling of well-being. When you exercise regularly, you're literally recharging your batteries. And this doesn't need to mean hours at the gym. A daily walk, an outdoor activity, or even simple stretches can make a big difference in your energy level. The secret is finding what works for you and maintaining a routine that makes your body feel good. And we can't forget about sleep, which is often neglected in daily life. Good rest is essential for the body to regenerate and for the mind to stay clear. Lack of sleep directly affects our ability to make decisions, deal with stress, and even stay motivated. So, prioritizing good nights of sleep is one of the simplest and most effective ways to ensure you're always ready to attract the opportunities and abundance you deserve. When your body is well cared for, you become a more energized version of yourself, ready to enjoy the best that life has to offer. Creative visualization is a powerful practice that many people underestimate, but which has the potential to transform lives. Imagine being able to mentally project the life of your dreams, and, by doing so, send clear signals to the universe about what you desire. When you visualize your goals, you're not just imagining the future, but actively shaping it. By creating a vivid and positive image of what you want to achieve, your energy aligns with this vision. This not only increases motivation, but also attracts circumstances and opportunities that are compatible with this vision of success. The key to creative visualization is feeling as if you've already achieved what you desire. This means not just imagining, but experiencing the sensation of having already accomplished your goals. For example, if your dream is to open a successful business, visualize yourself with your store full of happy customers, seeing your products gaining recognition in the market. This creates a deep emotional connection with your goals, and by doing this regularly, you begin to change how you act and think about your future. The mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined with emotion and intensity. So the more real your visualization is, the stronger its impact on your reality will be. Furthermore, creative visualization can be used to overcome challenges and fears. When you visualize a difficult situation positively, your brain begins to prepare to deal with it more effectively. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, visualizing yourself giving a successful presentation can help reduce anxiety and increase confidence. This happens because the brain begins to familiarize itself with the feeling of success, making the real act less intimidating. Constant practice of this technique gradually makes you feel more prepared to face any situation. When visualizing, you also begin to perceive new possibilities and paths that were previously hidden. The simple act of concentrating on your goals opens the field of vision, allowing you to see opportunities that were there all along, but which you couldn't identify. This happens because, by maintaining a clear vision of what you desire, you begin to focus your energy more effectively, making the universe respond by bringing opportunities that are aligned with your desire. Visualization, then, isn't just about daydreaming, but about making those dreams reality, one visualization of each step of the process. Nature has a unique frequency, capable of restoring our energy in a deep and powerful way. When we're in the midst of nature, whether in a park, at the beach, or on a mountain trail, we feel more connected, more in tune with the universe. This happens because nature emanates a pure and elevated energy, which can help us elevate our own vibration. By spending more time outdoors, you not only rejuvenate your energy, but also create a space of mental tranquility, essential for manifesting your desires and intentions. There's something special about simply stopping to breathe deeply while observing the sky, trees, or ocean waves. This moment of pause creates a natural alignment with the universe's abundance because it reminds us of life's simplicity and beauty. Try doing this. Stop for a few minutes, close your eyes, and breathe slowly, feeling the fresh air entering and leaving. Feel the energy around you. This simple act of connecting with the environment can be a powerful way to recalibrate your energy and start the day with a higher vibration. It's not just about being physically in nature, but about being fully present in the moment. Nature teaches the importance of flow and balance. When you observe how seasons change, how trees grow, or how waves move, you understand that everything has its time and rhythm. This understanding can be a valuable lesson for life. Instead of forcing things, you begin to trust the process and allow the universe's energy to guide you naturally. Nature reminds us that abundance is always present, and it's up to us to be open to receive it. Furthermore, when we're in tune with nature, our mind and body enter a state of deep relaxation. This helps reduce stress, clear the mind, and increase the sense of well-being. And when we're in a more balanced state, our vibration becomes more aligned with everything we want to manifest. By reserving time for connection with nature, you're not only caring for your physical and emotional health, but also elevating your energy to attract more abundance and opportunities to your life. This is something we can all incorporate simply into daily life, by simply stepping outside and breathing fresh air. Let's talk a bit about limiting beliefs. They're like invisible chains that prevent us from reaching our true potential. Often, they form throughout life, due to past experiences, family, or social influences. These beliefs make us believe we're not good enough, that success is for others, or that abundance is something distant and unattainable. The first step to releasing these limitations is identifying them. When we begin to perceive which thoughts hold us back, we can then take control and transform them. Freedom begins precisely at the moment we recognize that these beliefs aren't our truth, but rather distortions of reality. Transformation begins when we decide to question these beliefs and replace them with more empowering thoughts. For example, if you believe you'll never be able to reach a certain goal, start affirming that I am capable of achieving any objective I set for myself. The human mind is incredibly powerful, and when we use it in our favor, it can radically change our reality. These affirmations can be the first step to freeing yourself from the bonds of limiting beliefs and opening space for abundance to enter your life. A clear example of this can be observed in people who, by releasing their limiting beliefs about money, began to have a healthier relationship with prosperity. They came to understand that abundance isn't something reserved for few, but something available to everyone. This completely changed how they dealt with their finances and, as a result, attracted more financial opportunities. Releasing limiting beliefs, therefore, isn't just about changing thought, but about changing the energy you emit, allowing the universe to bring new opportunities and resources. It's important to remember that this release doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous process of self-discovery and mental reprogramming. Constant practice of self-knowledge and the use of techniques like affirmations and visualizations can accelerate this process, but the key is maintaining perseverance. The more you dedicate yourself to transforming your beliefs, the lighter and freer you become. And by releasing these limiting beliefs, you create space for a more prosperous life, full of opportunities and fulfillment. This is the power of changing how you think about yourself and the world around you. Dreaming and visualizing are powerful steps, but true change occurs when you begin to act. It's no use just desiring or idealizing what you want to achieve. You need to take actions that are aligned with your goals and with the vision of abundance you want to create. Action is the fuel that puts energy in motion, transforming what was just an idea into concrete reality. Consistency, in turn, is what guarantees you don't give up midway. Even when results aren't immediate, persistence in actions will build, step by step, the path to your success. Acting with alignment means making decisions and performing actions that are in harmony with your values and purpose. If, for example, you have the dream of opening a business, it's not enough to just dream about it every night. You need to start taking the first steps, doing research, creating a plan, investing in your learning, and seeking the right tools for your growth. But the secret lies in doing all this with consistency, without waiting for instant results. Building something solid and lasting requires time and effort. The key is not letting yourself be demotivated by the difficulties that arise along the way. It's normal that at some point, you feel the process is being slower than you'd like. Doubt begins to knock, and fatigue may want to take over. But it's precisely there that consistency becomes most important. Think of a river that, over time, sculpts the earth's bed, not by force, but by the persistence of the waters. Consistent actions, even if small, have a cumulative effect, and at some point you'll begin to see the reflection of your choices. The secret isn't in making big movements at once, but in continuing to take small steps every day. Aligned action is also about doing things with purpose and not just for the sake of doing. For example, if you want to improve your health, it's not just about going to the gym once, but about incorporating healthy habits into your daily routine consistently. By acting with focus and purpose, you begin to notice that even if results take time to appear, you're already transforming along the way. And this transformation is the foundation for attracting everything you desire, because it creates a positive energy flow that, over time, reflects on your exterior. When you act aligned with your vision, the universe responds with opportunities that previously seemed distant. Interpersonal relationships have a profound impact on our energy and vibration. The people we choose to surround ourselves with can elevate us or drain us, and this directly influences our ability to attract abundance and prosperity. When we're surrounded by people who support us, inspire us, and share our vision, our energy aligns positively and powerfully. On the other hand, toxic or negative relationships can take us away from our ideal vibration, creating obstacles that make our growth difficult. Therefore, it's essential to wisely choose the people with whom we relate. It's interesting to notice how the environment around us can affect our state of spirit. Imagine you're in a group of friends who always talk about challenges, difficulties, and frustrations. This type of conversation, although natural at certain moments, can begin to drain your energy. Now, imagine being in a circle of people who talk about their dreams, achievements, and possibilities. It's not hard to notice the difference in vibration between these two scenarios. Healthy and positive relationships, which promote mutual growth, not only feed our soul, but also open doors to new opportunities. The key here is creating and nurturing a support circle. This means investing time in people who have a positive mentality, who share similar values, and who encourage your growth. Furthermore, by cultivating healthy relationships, you're also allowing yourself to be positively influenced, learning from others' experiences and perspectives. A good example of this is the exchange of ideas and learning that happens in mentorship groups or communities that focus on personal development. These connections can accelerate your growth and help expand your opportunities. On the other hand, it's also important to know when to distance yourself from relationships that are no longer contributing to your well-being. It's not about being selfish, but about caring for yourself. Remember that you deserve to be surrounded by people who elevate your vibration and who walk alongside you toward your goals. By doing this, you create a fertile environment for abundance, where positive energy circulates freely, allowing you to receive everything the universe has to offer. Now that you have the tools and knowledge necessary to elevate your vibration and attract the abundance you deserve, it's time to put all this into practice. Think, what steps can you start taking today to transform your life? Are you ready to release limiting beliefs, act with consistency, and connect with the positive energy that's around you. Remember, true change happens when you make decisions, act with purpose, and remain firm on the path. And more, what you're doing now is shaping your future. Each small action, each positive thought, each act of gratitude, and each moment of connection with your essence is a seed planted in the soil of your life. So, what are you waiting for to act? Start today and observe how doors of opportunities begin to open before you. If you want to continue learning more about how to attract abundance and transform your reality, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Don't miss the next tips and valuable insights that can further accelerate your personal growth. The universe is waiting for you, and your journey is just beginning.